And hello guys, and welcome back to our hardcore let's play series in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. In the last episode we mostly built this little farm right there. It's mostly a squid farm, but also but also kind of a multi-fish farm for every type of fish. So I have been standing AFK a little bit. Like I said in the last ones, let's look at our profit. Okay, so I have already counted up all these, and there is roughly 26 stacks of ink, which is pretty good, as you can see right here. We got mostly cod, which is pretty nice. A lot of ink sacks, just like I want for our castle. These haven't been filled up yet, but the hoppers still have a couple of stacks each. Every hopper beside two of them has a stack of ink. Yes, we have 26 stacks of ink, which is pretty damn good. Okay guys, we are back in our overworld, and right now I want to start on a brand new project, which is Project Rainbow. So right now I want to explain it quickly before we start. So we obviously have the flower forest right there, the barn right there, and we have some sheep right there and cows right there. But here I want to build kind of another barn, because I have prepared up some resources and some other stuff. So Project Rainbow will basically be a massive place where we have a sheep with every color of wool you can get. So if we ever need, let's say, pink wool, we can run over there, share a couple of sheep, get a stack of pink wool easily, go back to base. So if we need red wool, do the same. We need orange, light blue, whatever color wool we might need. I think it would be extremely nice to just be able to run over here and grab that kind of wool. So right here we have every type of dye, and there are 16 dyes in this game, so this is every 16. And in here we have all the resources. So it's not going to be the prettiest thing. It's going to be mostly built out of wood, because I think it will look pretty nice just having it straight out of wood. Okay guys, so the barn is going to be right here, or the kind of wood stable, not sure what to call it, but I want to level this out and go one more higher up with dirt, I think. Let me just get, build one higher up with dirt and that, and yeah, then I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm done with pretty much where the thing is going to be, and obviously I still have to level this out, because this is pretty much going to be leveled out all the way to kind of the end of this pathway out here, but I'm going to do that later off camera or between this clip and the next clip. But for now I want to start building, because I know terraforming is not fun, especially not when it's getting late. So it's going to be a pretty simple build. Well, simple, it's not going to be that expensive or too much to build, so I'm just gonna begin, I guess. It's nothing too much. I have marked out the starting points, which is right here and right there. It's gonna be pretty long. Each of the gonna have 8 kind of rooms on each side, because there is 16 colors, so I'm gonna have 8 of the colors here, 8 of the colors here. But so each pond is gonna be 5 by 5, I believe, or 5 by 6. Yeah, 5 by 6. So there's gonna be pretty big room for every sheep. But anyways, let me just get started building, and yeah. And boom, so I'm done with the whole thing. All we need to do now is to add some lights here, just so mobs doesn't spawn, especially creepers. And then all we need to do is really just add some pillars behind here, so it doesn't look so open. Same with the front right here. I've made these pillars. I gotta do one more thing in the middle of this, but I'll do that in a minute. So all we really need to do now is just to bring the sheep in. So we gotta have roughly 2 sheep in each of them just to begin with, and then we obviously gotta, if we can have a look in here, then I'm obviously gonna color in all the sheep, and then I'm just gonna breed them up to try and get roughly 10, maybe 20 sheep in each. So yeah, let's just get right onto it. Okay guys, I brought quite a few sheep here. I'm not sure if this is enough. You know what, I'm 100% sure this isn't enough, but what I'm gonna try and do now is, I might use a leash, and try and get, 2 sheep into each pond, and then we'll color them and then breed them up so the color gets transported or wherever. Let me just get these guys into the pond, into the stable. Let me do the same with every other sheep, and yeah. And there we go. So the last couple of sheep is in the ponds. Now every pond or kind of space has 2 sheep in them. So all we need to do now is color them in. Well, go and grab the colors, which are in our double chest over there. There we go. Grab all the colors over there, and then we need to just color up all the sheep and then breed them up. So let me do that, and yeah. So now I've colored all the sheep, and it looks kind of nice having this rainbow thing. I think it would have looked a lot cooler, and especially quite cool if there was on that kind of one row and then fill it up with as many sheep as we can. But this is more of kind of a small farm. I want to make this an automatic farm, you know, an automatic wool farm over at the industrial district, but we are not going to do that today. But yeah, that's something we might do in the future, or over there, but who knows. So all we need to do now is to breed up the sheep. So I'm going to breed them up as many times as I can, but right now I'm only going to be able to breed them up once, and then, you know, in a couple of minutes I'll be able to breed them up again. But for now, let me breed them up, kind of finish up this whole area, you know, terraforming it, and I'll be right back. And there we go. So I finished the terraforming and this thing. I also bred up the sheeps quite a bit between the last clip and this clip, as you can see. So yeah, now we have a bunch of colored sheep. I will breed them up more, but you know, we aren't gonna do that right now. So yeah, I've kind of made this transformate this, whatever you want to call it. So I fixed it up right here all around, so it's kind of, you know, more flat. I'm probably gonna do the same right here, but yeah, we'll figure that out in a later episode. So yeah, it looks pretty nice. Okay guys, so before we do what I'm supposed to do next, I want to rename this donkey if I can find the name tags, because when I named it, I've already made, you know, the original video where I asked if anybody wanted to name it, where I tamed it. So one of the people who has been commenting a lot on my videos and watched them, shout out to you, man. By the way, his name and whatever will be on the screen right now. Also, I'll also leave a link to him down in the description if I remember. But he said that I should name the donkey Player 68, no 78 I believe, because, you know, my name is Hakon Player 77 right now. I might change that soon, so it might look a little outdated, but you know, I think it would be pretty cool, so I want to name him that. But instead of the 78, I might change that, so Donkey Player, and I want to have 69 instead of 68. No, I mean 78, but Donkey Player 69, nice. Okay guys, so right now I want to work a little bit more in this house, especially the room we have behind here. If you didn't know, we have this room right here, which before used to be where we started breeding our bees, before we made the bee farm, and we have our shulker boxes. So I moved most of the shulker boxes upstairs to the top room, which is right there. I want to kind of start getting a couple of villagers, because we have a ton of carrots, a ton of potatoes, we have a ton of rotten flesh and fish and bamboo and all the sort of stuff that I want to trade to get more emeralds. And in general, villagers can trade, you know, give you a lot of good stuff. This won't be anything big or special, but I want to have a couple of villagers on this side. I believe there's mostly 3 villagers here and 6, you know, space here. So I have already tested this out, so let's go and check that out in a minute. Okay guys, so this is the kind of villager trading thing I want to make. These will be the ones where we can trade cod for emeralds. Here will be whatever you want to call these, yeah, stonemasons. And I want these because if you didn't know, one, we can trade for bricks, which is quite nice, but we can also trade for quartz blocks, which is kind of awesome, because especially in our nether hub we use a ton of quartz. I believe I used 11 shulker boxes of quartz just alone in what we built so far the first time we built the nether hub. So being able to buy quartz would be amazing, and same with every other thing right here. So up here I want to have clerk villagers. These will basically be able to trade, you know, rotten flesh for emeralds, and we get a ton of rotten flesh, especially from a mob farm, because that is what's going to be here. And on this side we're going to have farmers, and then on the top floor we have you know, the librarian villagers that trades paper for emeralds, and obviously maybe a couple of good books. And on this side we have whatever these are called, like fletching table villagers, which trade sticks for emeralds. And we have roughly 20 double chests of bamboo, which you can then make into sticks. So yeah, and okay guys, so we are back here, and I have in fact a shulker box of stuff right here to build. But before we get building, I want to jump into the nether to show you something, because we have our villager breeding thing, breeding center over in our industrial district. I made this little kind of pathway that goes under here, where we can bring the villagers from the kind of villager breeder in our industrial district all the way to our base safely. And obviously I will be bringing them through the nether, so I cut off the nether hub for now so I can easily bring them through it, which I will do after I'm done building the foundation for this whole thing. So anyways, let me just build the floors of this whole thing, then I'm gonna have to bring in the villagers, and yeah. Okay guys, so as I'm kind of placing the roof right here, I think this is going to be kind of a difficult thing to do, I guess. I'm going to have to bring villagers as I go, because I can't just place up you know, all the stations, because then the villager will pick them randomly. So I'm gonna have to place, you know, a villager in here first, and then, you know, yeah, so I'm basically gonna have to place a villager in here first, then their station, to make sure, you know, the right one picked the right station. So I'm gonna have to, yeah, I'm basically just gonna have to go back there, start bringing the villagers over here, and yeah, then I'll be right back. Okay guys, so as you can see, this is kind of the railing system. This goes straight up into the nether portal, and obviously over here we have our villager breeder, our iron farm. So yeah, this is where we're gonna bring a couple of villagers out. I kind of don't want to have babies. Yes, there we go. Grown one, because, you know, I'm gonna have to wait for these to grow up anyways, but okay guys, I ran into a problem. I've been spending roughly 40 minutes here, I think, trying to figure this guy out, but he's not changing trades or anything, so I assume that is because, well, I have actually removed every barrel in my whole base, beside the crop farm, which might be the problem, which means I might try to lock these in over at the industrial district, or in the nether before I bring them here. Like, I might try and place down a barrel, lock them in, and then bring them here, because this is, yeah, 40 minutes just to try and get one guy here is not worth it. Okay guys, so quickly I brought the first official guy here, and the way I had to do it was I had to bring out all the villagers, all the 50 villagers in my villager breeder, or however many I had, and then I slowly had to see which one had the right profession, and then bring them here. So this is going to take a long ass time, but anyways, you know, I'm not gonna trade more, but anyways, I'm probably just gonna stop the recording. This is probably gonna take a couple of hours, so you know what, I'm just gonna be right back, and yeah. And boom, so we are kind of done with this whole thing. I brought in all the villagers I'm supposed to have. You can see the same up here and also up here. So yeah, we have all the villagers. I still need to remove this thing, but I have also zombified a couple of them. I believe it's called zombifying, you know, when you kind of kill them with a zombie, like this one, hello zombie, and then you turn them into a villager again using, you know, a golden apple and a swiftness potions. I haven't done that with all of them because, you know, I don't have that much gold. I have quite a lot actually, but, you know, I gotta wait until we get our gold mine up. But right now I want to show a couple of things with a few of the villagers. So up here I did in fact bring my mending villager back from our old base, and I did also, you know, try for ages to get an unbreaking villager, and after roughly half an hour I managed to get an unbreaking 2 villager. And then the last villager I had to take in here, obviously I got unbreaking 3 on the first try, so now I have unbreaking 3 for 1 emerald and 1 book, which is pretty nice. Not all these villagers are fully zombified, but right here we kind of have a duplication glitch, because we can spend 1 book, get 1 emerald into 1 bookshelf, and then the bookshelf gives you 3 books, which then leads to 3 emeralds, then to 3 bookshelves again. So in that sort of way we can get a lot of books. But over here we have, you know, sticks for emeralds. So yeah, basically sticks, and we have fuck ton of bamboo, so that's pretty nice. Here we have carrots and also pumpkin and melons. So it's pretty cheap. Same with this one. So we got potatoes, 2 potatoes, and then 1, you know, wheat, which is pretty nice. Over here we got the clerk ones, you know, with the rotten flesh. Then here we have these type of villagers. We have coal and fish for emeralds. I mostly use the fish one, but yeah, so here we have, you know, fish for emeralds. This isn't the cheapest yet. I haven't gotten around to zombifying any of these, but no, fish for emeralds, same with this. So yeah, that's pretty nice. And over here I have actually traded with all of these. You see they have the little diamond thing because they're stage 5, and I also zombified them. So here we can, you know, stone for emeralds, emeralds for chiseled stone if I need to. Also same with clay for emeralds, and also emeralds for stone bricks, which is quite nice. This one also trades you for pillared quartz, which is amazing. But the one I care most about right here is this one, quartz blocks for 1 emeralds, which is insane. And then the last one, I believe, yeah, this pillared quartz 2 also trades andesite, which we need. But same with this one, all these trade stone. But what I want to do is get more of this guy with, you know, more of this guy with a quartz block, because we need a lot of it, because I want to continue working on the nether hub soon. So I might off camera try and get a couple more of these. But yeah, this is the whole thing pretty much. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.